Hello there, United Kingdom Talk, the 8th, Thursday the 8th of December 2011. Welcome along. Emails today, boys and girls. First of all, from James, who says, on the subject of the O2 and disabled facilities, I've heard that the main O2 arena is disabled friendly. We were talking about this. We were also talking about people abusing the disabled bays in supermarkets. He says, as for people abusing disabled bays, I've found that parking charges have gone up so much that they are willing to commit this fraud and denying genuine disabled people that space, and the lengths they go to justify why they do it is disgusting. He says there are other things that you say that causes problems, and these people that just that do it wouldn't like to be disabled at all. And I wish they could see what life is like as a disabled person. Oh, I mean, you know, I know many people who don't have the use of the legs or something like that. The other thing, of course, James, is that sometimes you cannot see the disability immediately, if you see what I mean. I've got a friend who's registered disabled, but if you saw him walking around, you wouldn't think there was anything wrong with him. But he is actually disabled. And sometimes I think I've seen people come out of disabled cars and that sort of thing, and they walk over to the supermarket and someone says something to them, you know, why do you need the badge? And all that business. I was at a function earlier this year, and a friend of mine had a disabled badge, and someone else said to them in a loud voice as they got up and walked somewhere, well, why do you need a disabled badge then? Do you know what I mean? It's just not on, is it? So, you know, always remember that. Just because someone gets out of the car and walks over to the shops like as if there's nothing wrong with them, you couldn't be probably further from the truth. That being said, there are also people that pretend they're disabled, which is just unbelievable. James says, sorry if it seems like a rant, but I don't like being selfish to people that don't deserve it. Hope Barry Manilow concert goes okay for you, from James. Oh, it's not for months yet. It's not till next May. How can I wait? Well, I don't have to wait, because Barry Manilow will be on the Royal Variety performance, which I think is next Wednesday or Thursday night on ITV. Okay, indeed. Carl wrote in and says, just a quick heads up for Barry Manilow on this year's Royal Variety performance. It's Wednesday, the 14th of December, 7:30 on ITV. Record it, fast forward through the rubbish. Oh yeah, there is always a lot of rubbish on this thing. Well, not necessarily rubbish, but stuff that you don't want to see, but perhaps other people do. You know, I shall probably fast forward a One Direction on it. My nephew wants to go and see One Direction. I mean, it's just hopeless, isn't it? You know, One Direction, honestly. Do me a favour. God's sake. Hello to Mr. Chinese Jesus. Haven't heard from you from a while. Glad you're still there, sir. Who says, well done on the great milestone shows that you have achieved. Over 1 million downloads on the audio. Team Reardon. Yeah! Thank you, Mr. Chinese Jesus. Nice to hear from you, sir. Hello to Phil. Hello, Phil, who writes, he's an occasional writer, aren't you, Phil? An occasional writer. And Phil wrote, are you kidding? Barry Manilow? Barry Manilow? Barry Manilow? I thought he was dead. You're on a wind-up, dear. Surely you're never going to see Barry Manilow. Are you really going to see him? Yes, I am. And let me tell you, young Phil, I am a fanalo. This is the third time I shall be going to see him, all being well, in May, and very much looking for, and he's nowhere near dead. How dare you, Phil? He is possibly, along with Shirley Barry, one of the world's greatest performer. Him and Shirley Barry, as far as I'm concerned, are on the same level. Absolutely. And I cannot wait, and I've paid an arm and a leg for these tickets, and believe me, they are worth every penny. Someone said to me, and this is probably true, that I could now go on the site getmein.com and sell the tickets that I paid for, and I already paid over the top. I could probably put them on there for about £1,700 now. and make a lot of money on them. But I don't want to. I want to go and see Barry. I am a true Barry Manilow fan. I have him on in the car. I have him on my earphones when I'm on my bike, on my mobile phone. I am a Barry Manilow fan. I'd love to meet him. Wouldn't that be fab? You know, if I was just doing this show and all of a sudden he would walk in and sit down next to me and we could sit there and have tea and cakes. Although I have to tell you, I will be cancelling tea and cakes when this box of cakes is finished because my weight has gone up slightly to 12 stone 9. So I'm a little bit disappointed with myself. It's got to be the tea and cakes. I do have, when I say tea and cakes, I mean cakes. You know, I mean, they're only small, but I have 4 of them, which is about 500 calories for 4 cakes. And I think it's put the weight back on a little bit. So as soon as I can't chuck them, you can't chuck them away. Sean's laughing at the moment. I know young Sean is laughing at the moment. We've got 2 Seans that watch the show, young Sean and man Sean. So I'll call you young Sean and man Sean, okay? Not old. Notice I didn't say old because you're not old. You're certainly not as old as me, dear. Okay? So we'll call you young Sean. Young Sean is laughing his head off now because he can probably have 10 boxes of cakes and no weight comes on, doesn't it, Sean? It's not fair. It's not fair. I've only got a look. I can smell a cake. Ding, another £3 come on. Dreadful. So I will be stopping the cakes. But I think I've got 6 fondant fancies and 2 Cadbury's flake cakes left. So it's about 2 days worth of cakes left. And then after that, cake stopped. Phil goes on to say, I'm a little frustrated with your YouTube videos. Oh, sorry. He says, just watching the video regards where the name Dutch comes from. So it's from a German word. And interesting reply. So just to complete the puzzle, are you ready for this, boys and girls? Anyone can answer this one? Carl is about to type a question into his Google. I know you, Carl. He wants to know, so to complete the puzzle, where did the name Netherlands come from? Okay, where's anyone? Any ideas? So we've got the word Dutch. Okay, we're talking about the people in Holland, but where does the word Netherlands come from? There's your question of the day. Send in your answers, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Phil also says, I'm frustrated with your YouTube videos. When I play them, the videos, it keeps stopping and starting. What can I do? Yeah, you've probably got a little bit of a slow connection there, I would guess. What you should do is start the video playing and then pause it, okay? Then go away, come back 10 minutes later, and a load of it should have loaded, and then it should be fine, okay? You're going to have to load a bit in your computer. I think that's how it works. He says, or is this why you have some download thingy with iTunes? How do I get the download from iTunes on my Windows laptop? Can you let me know, as I want to try this to see if I get no pausing in playback? I have no doubt about iTunes, except it's an Apple Mac system, I believe. iTunes, you don't have to be using an Apple Mac to use iTunes. Just sign up to iTunes. That's completely free of charge. And go to the. It's a bit. I mean, I find it complicated, to be honest, iTunes. But if you've got time to work your way around it, then load in your iTunes, load it onto your system, and then search on the podcast section for United Kingdom Talk. Okay, and then you'll find a couple of. You'll find the audio version and the video version. You'll find your video version and subscribe to it, and it should download onto your computer. Okay, but warn you, Phil, it will take you a little while to work out what to do. I don't know how clever you are with computers. I don't consider myself clever at all with computers. I just about get away with most of the stuff, so good luck with that. But iTunes can be loaded onto any computer. You don't, I mean, I personally, I don't have it playing out my music or anything like that. I only use iTunes to download podcasts and also to update my mobile phone. All right, that's the only reason I use the iTunes. He says, anyway, I'm sure you have a dig at me for my Manilow comments. Only kidding. Must admit, though, not my taste of music. You probably would like my taste of music. What is your taste of music then, Phil? What is your taste of music? Are we have similar? I'm not quite sure how old you are. Are you similar to my age? I'm 48. Are you? I don't know. So that's it. Oh, here he said, just a minute. He says, by the way, the bit on my email where it said, must admit, though, not my taste of music. You probably would like my taste of music. I meant would not. Oh, okay. Ever heard of Andre Rayo, is it? R-E-I-U? R-E-I-O? Andre Rayo? Never heard. Who the hell was that? I'll go and see him soon. Look him up. You'll get an idea of what I like. All right, Phil, I will have a look at that, actually. I will have a look at that, see who that bloke is. Thank you, Phil. Nice to hear from you, sir. And one more email today from young Sean, who writes, well done for getting over 1 million downloads. I bet you get a buzz from that. I certainly do. I'm happy with that. The X Factor judges, although I have to say that the video side of things actually is not doing as well. We're very low. Not too many people watching those at the moment, which, I mean, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing it. Right? I just don't understand. Am I doing something? I'm kind of wondering if I'm doing something wrong. You know, because there's not too many people watching the video at the moment. I think there's probably about there's about 60 or 70 people watch each show, but I don't know why. It was sort of up to 100, but that's dropped down. I don't know why. Are people getting bored? Have I become boring? I mean, what have I got to do, dear? Do you want me to take off some clothes or something? Sean says the X Factor judges disappeared to their own room during the live show because they are unsociable and celebrities. Yeah, I get a feeling they're unsociable, those X Factor judges. He says, I like your transferring your call impression. You should get a job with Virgin Media or BT. Bring on the snow. No snow, Sean. And I used to work for BT. Did you not know this, Sean? I was an operator once. Operator, can I help you? And director inquiries. London Directory, and I was an engineer. Engineers, can I help? I've done it all, dear. Done it all. Time to go. I've got emails here waiting to come up. We got Jesse BT, Ben. Let me see. Millie's sent something in. More from James, John, Gary and Sue, Matthew Martins. Carl has sent something in. And just to let you know that I have got these. Michael, another one from Michael there. I have, so I just in case you're worrying that your emails haven't come through, they have, but we're a bit behind. So I thought I'd just run off a few names so you know I've got them. Okay, time to go. Email address: chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. See you on the next show. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye bye.